Wow, that over there is spectacular. If you've visited the west coast of Vancouver Island in the late spring, as I am right now, on a good morning, you can see the Pacific Ocean just rolling gently out there. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning here in Ucluelet, and I am here to get a first drive in one of the more important vehicles from Hyundai Motor Corporation. Automakers stage these kinds of events to get early publicity for an important product, and this is a critically important vehicle for Hyundai. Our staging area is the Black Rock Resort, which is pretty spectacular right on the coast. And this is the Ioniq 9, the three-row SUV from Hyundai that is right at the top of the range of its Ioniq lineup. And this competes against vehicles like the Tesla Model X and a bunch of others. What's really interesting for me is the price point. It starts at around 60 grand and tops out at around 82 plus fees and taxes and all that, which is not a bad price for a three-row SUV with all the luxury bells and features, more than 500 kilometers of range, and up to, well, massive, massive amounts of horsepower and torque. You may not believe it, but this big rig shares its platform with the Ioniq 5 and the Ioniq 6. This is a global electric vehicle platform that allows Hyundai to grow and shrink the vehicles that ride on it to various marketplace segments. And so this rig, this three-row rig, shares its platform with the little Ioniq 5, which is really a compact vehicle. Very smart engineering here. We're down here on the dock here in Tofino, and apparently a fresh fish catch is coming in any moment. So there's a bit of a crowd around here. But I'm here to talk about the Ioniq 9. And this is truly an impressive vehicle. 3 rows of seating, a 110 kilowatt hour battery, which gives it plenty of range. And apparently, according to the Hyundai officials, you can recharge this with the fastest of fast chargers. That would be a 350 kilowatt charger in somewhere around 24 minutes from 10 to 80%. This is a rig that a lot of the future of Hyundai's electrification strategy will rest on. If you're looking for some variety in your drive choices, well, you've got it here. Rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive available, 3 powertrain choices, and the output ranges from 215 horsepower to 422. This fancy calligraphy model, this is the 422 horsepower model, but it still has a range of over 500 kilometers, which is plenty even if you're on a road trip. Now this Ioniq 9 is a big beast, but it's also an aerodynamic beast. In fact, if you know your coefficients of drag, it's 0.269, something like that. That means this is a very sleek vehicle. Now, how do the designers get there? Well, lots of flush surfaces, and including door handles and the way everything fits. You'll see the tapered look of the vehicle, and the front end, well, it's all very flush and clean, and there are vents to let air flow through, and the ride quality is excellent. Now, of course, some of the secret there is the lower center of gravity, which comes with a battery electric vehicle. This rig will hold a line and a quarter better than you would expect. Now, it's not lightweight, it's not nimble per se, but it is very comfortable. The steering is pretty tight. Hyundai has spent a lot of time really secluding you in a cabin that is very quiet. Aside from the build quality and the stiffness of the chassis, the active noise control, which really uses the software and the 14-speaker Bose sound system to dampen all the noises that come into the cabin. You've also got sound-absorbing tires and lots of sound-deadening materials, and even laminated glass, which is designed to limit the amount of sound that creeps into the body at higher speeds. The Ioniq 9's cabin is really a tremendous place to spend some time. There's very, very smart engineering that's happened in this cabin. You have the infotainment screen on the right, you have the digital cluster right in center, and the way this has all been engineered, the line of the steering wheel actually bisects the 2 screens. This is very smart stuff. Lots of room in here, plenty of room to store all your goods. There is a standard in this vehicle that we're testing, the calligraphy model, a 14-speaker Bose sound system that will blow your mind. There is a very, very, very well thought out center console with tons and tons of storage. You've got, I think, 7 USB-C ports in here. First and second row seating come with what's called relaxation seats. This really means full recliners. So you can sit back and relax on a long trip or take a nap. And plenty of head, leg, shoulder, and hip room. This is a well-conceived cabin with good materials, nice choices of colors, and it's really hard to fault this in any way, shape, or form. The Ioniq 9 has really very, very nice ride qualities and a big interior. And one of the secrets to this is that it has the longest wheelbase in its class. That gives you a very stable ride and lots of space in the interior. In fact, Hyundai says this has the biggest interior in its class. And you can jump into the back seat and see it, and then you can jump into the back seat and experience it. Storage space is also very generous, even with the third row up. Let's be honest about the challenge Hyundai faces here. EV sales have stalled in North America, and in fact in Canada, the most recent figures show that EV sales are down 45%. Subsidies, they're on the way out. The bloom is off the rose of the electric vehicle boom that seem to be really picking up steam, and there's plenty of reasons for that. Pricing is one of them, lack of government support is another, the limitations associated with the various infrastructure challenges, that's another one, and buyers are being very careful about what they buy. Let's not minimize what Hyundai has accomplished here. This is a big three-row SUV with terrific range, lots of choices in powertrain, a well-crafted interior, and overall, the quality here seems about as good as you're going to find in any EV at any price. Thanks for watching. I'm Jeremy Cato, and this is CatoCarGuy.com. We'll see you next time.
I like your car.
Yeah, it isn't even on sale yet.